Today we're at Spring Grove Alpacas and Rare Breeds. We are getting ready to make Lambwatch. Behind me is a field of lambs from a few days old to a few weeks old. And in front of me is a field of about 50 ewes that are ready to give birth. This is a castle milk moret that has just gone into labour. The red thing you can see is a spoon. The paddle bit used to be inserted inside the sheep to stop it from prolapsing. This would happen because the lambs are putting too much pressure on the internal organs and they are being forced out. This is the ewe we were just talking about, and it has just given birth to 2 newborn lambs. They are literally only a couple of minutes old. Over my shoulder is our grey-faced dartmoor called Storm. She is about to go into labour. In less than 30 seconds, Storm has given birth to her first lamb. You should always check that the ewe has passed the placenta fully so that it doesn't get an infection. This bit is where the umbilical cord attached to the lamb. I am with Naomi, and she is the owner of Spring Grove Alpaca and Rare Breeds. So can you tell me, why do you keep sheep and alpaca in the same field?
We run them all in together because the ewes are lambing at the moment, so by having the alpacas in the field with the ewes, as they give birth, the alpacas adopt the baby lambs as part of their herd and accept them into the herd, and then they offer them the protection that they would with their own young, which means that if we have any foxes come in or any predators, that they'll see them off. If they persist, then they will, and they are capable of killing a fox if it's a very persistent one. So far to date we've never lost a chicken or a lamb or anything to foxes, so they definitely do their job.
This is Storm and Tsunami in their pairing pen. They are put in a pairing pen so that they can bond and the ewe knows which is her lamb and it can't be stolen. We have also given Storm a trim around her udders and her face so that she can see the lamb and the lamb can find the udder. Behind me are the 2 castle milk moret lambs that were born yesterday. They are less than 24 hours old and are currently bonding with their mother. We have decided to call them Proton and Neutron. So Naomi, what's happening and what are you having to do about it?
Well, this ewe has got a blocked teat, so she's full up with milk. The lamb's been trying to feed and hasn't been able to, so this nipple is nice and soft, but the milk is not actually coming down and coming in. But this one, she's got a little block back here, and you see the end of the nipple is still blocked. So I'm just trying to massage her at the moment to try and get that block to move a bit.
This is the nursery. All of the lambs in here are a couple of days old. We recently had a problem where the mother's udder was too full because its own lambs were not feeding on it, and so we had to get one of our sock lambs to step in to relieve the pressure. This is a Herdwick lamb that was born this morning. Scott, what's gone wrong with it?
His eyes haven't totally quite open and they're stuck. If you can look, you see its eyelids are slightly stuck. But because they're formed, they're just, if we ease them apart, and you'll see they'll slowly ease open. And we'll just keep easing it, there you go. And see it's popped open. I think the other one's the same. So if we see its eyes are, we're going to ease it open. It's just, this one is just the front in the middle there, look. if you could actually, there we go. Put it out, yeah? Down there,
No, because it's hurting me and her. Right, Elizabeth,
Yeah.
come here. Put the iron down. Yeah. Just that. Rub that over that hand. Okay, you're going to hold the 2 feet.
Okay.
And you're going to very gently go in over the top of the head. You're going to have to be quick. Too late, but you can pull it out now.
Okay.
Go.
Quickly.
Oh. Pull it out.
gently, with her while she's pushing.
That's it.
That's it.
Gently, gently, wait, steady, 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 gently. Pull
Now
it
pull
round
it
the
round,
front.
round to the head.
Just lay it on a clean bit. Careful because it will flop out.
That's
You
it.
hold it up. Hold it up. Put it round to the front in front of her. That's it.
It's alive.
Clear its face. Make sure its face is
Make
all
sure its
clear.
nose, pull all the rubbish off its nose. That's it.
Pull it down, that's it. Squeeze your hands down and off its front of its nose.
That's
it. Good girl.
After we delivered the lamb, I had to put my hand inside the ewe to make sure there was not another one. Why did you have to assist in the delivery?
Well, unfortunately for this ewe, she was struggling a little bit. She'd got 1 foot forward, and the head was presented, and the other foot was tucked back. And because she'd been labouring for a little while, we thought we'd help her. So it was a case of going in, finding the other little leg, just hooking it forward, and then as we sort of went to draw the feet forward, she actually delivered the head. Everything moved that bit easier, and pulled it out and delivered it.
So what are you injecting the ewe with, and why are you injecting
We're
it?
injecting it with a long-acting antibiotic, which is a penicillin, and we're injecting it because she's had a difficult birth and we've had to invade her space as such, just in case she's got any infections, and this will just stop her getting infected,
Okay.
hopefully. This is an intermuscular injection, so what we're looking for, the best place is in the back of the leg.
Okay.
Now what you do, if you put your hand down here, you can feel her bone here.
Yeah.
Push hard, you feel her bone there, and then there's this nice piece of meat behind.
Okay.
So what we're looking for is to push the injection, not like the other one where we're going sideways, we're going straight into the muscle.
Okay.
So if you pull your cap off, now there's a nice piece of muscle just where my finger is there.
Okay.
So if you just push that in, that's it, and if you give a little bit of a squeeze, that's it. Now pull it out. Now with this hand, rub it. Give it a good hard rub, just to make sure it's all in there and there's no spots. And there you go. Banding the testicles would be probably the best way of putting it. Then makes them drop off and makes them into a castrate. You have 2 balls, and what they tend to do is, there's nothing in there at the moment, they suck them up into here. You have your bander, you hook them over, and then you push them in like that, and it pulls the 2 down, and you check that they're there, and they both are. And then they have 2 little nipples, and you make sure they're not in. 1, 2, and he's done, and then you pull the band off the end, and he's done. And you slip him round for his tail. He's got the bands.
Same band?
Yep.
How long does it take the
2 to 3 weeks.
So what are you doing now?
We're giving them a feet trim. They've come in, they've had their babies now, so they're okay to tip up, as we have. And we're going to trim their feet up and make them all neat again. You can see, look, they've got a lot of overgrown toenails there, and all we do is we chop them back like so. Check in between the toes that they haven't got any foot rot in there, and they haven't. This one looks a bit worse. It's probably a bit sore on this one, I would imagine. So we take their feet right back, scrape the mud out so we can see what's going on. Take the tip off. There's more in there, look. And again. Like this. It's good to give them, I know it sounds disgusting, but it's good to give them a little smell, because foot rot is extremely smelly and you can smell it before you can see it. Like she has a little bit, see that there?
Yeah.
That's a little bit of it coming, it's on its way. And you can smell it before you can see it. So what we do is we finish all her feet off first. Foot rot master. Spray it in between their toes and in the foot rot. Spray all in between their toes because they might have it, and on the ones that have it. Like that, and that's her feet done. Just give her a little bit of a squirt. And then we give her an injection, which is a multi-wormer, which will cover for a lot of different worms, lungworm, nasal bots, and a couple of the others that I can't think of. And then she will get 2 mil. So it's a subcutaneous one, which means underneath the skin. And she gets 1 squirt, pull her out. They don't particularly like that. And then she gets flipped over on the other side. And as she gets up, you put a purple dot on her bum. Just like an angle, like this, and then you squirt. Okay, pull it out with one hand. Yeah, come down at that angle so the needle ends up down this way. Look. Yeah, so you pull it out there, push it in. Right, so that's it. You can feel it. And just squirt. Very thick. It's very thick stuff. Yeah, once it's all out, pull out. And now you see that lump there? I'm going to work it out because you wasn't quite under the skin. So what you want to do is pop it so it goes. So now it's gone. That's it. That's it. Now, if you take too long, you'll pop them in. But let go. As soon as you get them there, get 2 in there.
Yeah.
Yes, you have one. Right, now, so hold it with this hand. That hand. No, that hand, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, come in. You want to check. So you've got his nipple there. Yeah. So you pull that one out. Pull back, turn it around. Pull that one out. And roll that off and open it up at the same time. You might need me to do this.
I don't want to.
Like that. That's it, put him between your legs back to front. Oh yeah, I think I pinged it across. Yeah, I don't blame you,
Is this long enough?
Show me. Yeah, that'd be fine. As it comes off, open the things up and it goes. That's it. No, let them go again.
Yes, you
That's it, now open them up. Oh no.
Stay still. I have just finished castrating some lambs. There are 3 reasons to castrate lambs. The first one is that you can put castrated lambs in a field with any ewes without a danger of breeding. The second reason is that castrated lambs put on more meat faster. The third reason is that you do not need as many rams as ewes, so you can keep the best rams and castrate the less good rams and sell them for meat. This is my last day on the farm and I have really enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed watching it too. I've helped some ewes give birth, I've done tail docking and castrating, and I've even given injections. I'll be back this time next year for another season of Lambwatch. Happy Easter!